In a landmark 2008 ruling, the Supreme Court cited the right to self-defense in allowing guns to be kept in the home. The question now before the court is whether that same right extends to the streets of New York.
This is not Jesse James and the Sundance Kid who can draw the fastest.
New York officials are warning of dire consequences if the court rules against New York's concealed carry law, which requires that you demonstrate a special need for self-protection in order to win a permit. The conservative-leaning court seems skeptical of the law at oral arguments in November.
Unless there's a big surprise, based on this Supreme Court, based on how they ask the questions in the argument, the result here is going to be more people carrying guns in New York City.
Michael Waldman of the Brennan Center for Justice says the ruling could take many forms. The question is how much room it leaves for government regulation.
They could say you don't need a permit at all. They could say you have to do what a lot of other states have done, which is to basically say you need a permit, but anybody who asks for it gets the permit.
I'm not expecting any great news from this Supreme Court.
State leaders are preparing for the worst and say they'll craft new legislation that goes as far as possible in regulating guns while still conforming to the court's ruling.
We're not going to just sit back at a time of increasing gun violence and not react when the Supreme Court puts us in greater danger than we're already in. So you can rest assured that the legislature will move very quickly.
Mayor Adams, who has made gun violence a top priority, scoffed at the idea that New Yorkers exercising their right to self-defense by carrying guns would make the city safer.
For those who are stating that if all the bad guys have guns, let's equal it out by having all the good guys have guns, that is just so dumb. There's a tendency that people believe if they got a gun, why have it if I'm not using it? That's just the mindset of carrying a gun. We have to rid our streets of guns from good guys and bad guys.
Bobby Kuza, New York 1.